Instead of just showing numbers on a worksheet, in Excel 2007, you can use conditional formatting to create data bars that almost look like a little chart on your worksheet. And to do that, we select the numbers where we'd like to see the data bars. And then on the Home tab of the ribbon, click Conditional Formatting, go down to Data Bars, and all of these are the same except for the color. You can see the preview on the numbers. So you just choose the color that you'd like, and I'll click this dark blue. And when we click away from those cells, you can see the data bars. The data bars, however, aren't exactly like a chart at this point, at least not the way I would normally like one. Here, this number is almost 600, and this one is 1200, but this one certainly isn't just double the size of the 600. The numbers are skewed, and this little bar just represents the lowest number in our data bars, and this one is the highest number. So it's almost as if our little chart is starting at 600 and going to 1200. And I would rather have it start at 0, so each bar better represents the data in that cell. So I'm going to change that setting. I'll select all those cells again and go back to Conditional Formatting, and I'd like to manage the rules. In this dialog box, I'm going to select my data bar rule and click Edit Rule. And here's where we can change the settings for that rule. We're not going to change anything at the top part. It just tells us which rule type we selected. But down here, we can see that the shortest bar represents the lowest value in our group of cells. So I'm going to change that. I want it to start at 0. So I'll click and select a number, and it automatically puts a 0 in there for me. So now when I click OK and click OK again, we can see now that the 600 is about half the cell and the 1200 is almost the full cell. The last thing I'm going to do is get rid of these numbers. Now that the data bars give a better representation of the numbers, I'm going to select the cells again, Conditional Formatting, Manage Rules, select my rule and edit. And in here, in this Edit the Rule Description section, I'm going to check the box that says Show Bar Only, and then click OK to the dialog boxes. And now I can see the data bars, but not the numbers.